What you're about to hear is pure entertainment, recaps, and stories in the Pacific Northwest motocross scene. Welcome to the 30 Plus 2 podcast with your hosts, Steve and Christoph and Lexi Y. Put the board up. Let's go.
All right. It is Tuesday night once again. Looks like you just went through a whoop section there, Lexi. You were all over the place there. we are back, and yeah, consistent 2 for 2. You have the lead so far on Grayson thus far in 2025. You're 2-0 right now. But yeah, we are on episode 37. Lexi, how is it going?
It is going really good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Besides the dog waking me up and I'm on like 4 hours of sleep, but that's typical Christoph pattern as a media guy and Fred Meyer freight thrower. Yeah, that's just my life right now. So we might be a little sleepy, but hey, I tend to be a little more like hot takes when I have lack of sleep. So we'll see how many hot takes I have tonight. But yeah, on the show tonight, we have Ryder Fisher, Motorsport Hillsboro Rider. I've actually sponsored Ryder since 65, so we have a lot of history. I want to say that's like 10 years. So a decade already. Ryder Fisher raced Anaheim 1. We'll ask him how his day went and everything going on there, what his plans are for the rest of the season and everything that goes on in the privateer life. Last weekend we had Ryan Brees, and I did say he would get 12th. I don't know if you saw him get cleaned out in the main event there, Lexi. He kind of got...
But he did have a good taking Fernandez wide and taking him out from the LCQ.
Should we talk about that right now? Like, if you're a pro motocross, if you're any rider and you're battling for a position, and Ryder can probably contest to this when we have him on, when you're in the LCQ and you go on the outside, what do you think's gonna happen here?
Yeah. There's a slim chance that you're gonna make it around.
Well, and you're also dealing with Ryan Brees, who's arena cross specialist. Like, I know Fernandez probably didn't like do a Google, or what he should have done was watched our podcast last weekend. So then he would have known that he's arena cross specialist. He's teammates with Freeze. Like, Fernandez, you got to subscribe to the 30 Plus 2 podcast on YouTube and Facebook, and then you'll get all your information. So next time, when you're dealing with Ryder Fisher here at San Diego and you go on the outside, Ryder's probably going to do the same thing and take you down, bro.
Probably.
So you never know. But yeah, you never go on the... I know this.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we got Ryder Fisher coming up in about 5 minutes. Yeah, your boy Jett, just like at the airport, all flights were grounded. He was on the ground. What happened?
I'm not sure. He had both tough starts, and he was just not the real Jett Lawrence I see him to be, and he just never made it up.
Did it break your heart? Were you sad?
It broke my heart a little bit. I mean, my Rocky Mountain team picks, it really hurt that, but
I got 20 points
in the fantasy, so I guess I'm pretty good in our little league.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm like literally second to last. I'm terrible. I'm like Jason Thomas picks on his Pulp Fantasy where he only like beat 17 people. Oh man. Yeah. Okay, let's talk a little quick recap of Supercross because that's what we tend to do. We just bench race on here. I need to make the logo couch race reporting for us. Yeah, Jett was not. I was optimistic in qualifying. I'm all like, all right, he's fine. He didn't get the top spot, but that's all right. I mean,
Yeah.
Ken Roxon qualified 14th, and that was like, I don't know. And then he gets
But
second.
I didn't think that for a little bit, I didn't think he was going to make it to the main right away because he had some strong times getting up there. And I was just like, I don't know if he's going to make it, but
yeah. So yeah, it just didn't work. I don't know how Anderson like kept it on two wheels. If you watch the replay, his handlebars were shaking so hard it looked like the 50 class where the dad didn't tighten the steering dampener on the bike, and his handlebars were just like he like somehow saved it. But yeah, Jett just made it interesting for all of us. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but at least he's making Supercross like fun to watch because now he's got a little bit of a points hole. Now we get to be like, all right, how long is it going to take? I always like seeing the red plate swap from bike to bike to bike just because I like to see what it looks like. So who knows? Maybe Roxon will have the red plate by the end of San Diego. Who knows? Tomac. What do you think of Tomac literally getting ran over?
I thought that was crazy. And that was
Sexton.
Yeah, Sexton ran him over. And at first, when me and my sister were watching, she thought it was Jett. I'm like, that is not Jett. It's a number 1 plate. And I was like, that's not Jett.
That's all right. We'll learn our numbers here at some point.
Yes.
Have you ever ran over anyone?
In a whole shot, like in like a crash, I think so. But other than that, I feel bad when I do, especially when I'm in the girls' class and I don't want, the feisty girls. They don't fight it out. We drama it out, and I didn't want that.
I mean, I haven't quite ran over someone. I know I did put my front wheel in a not so nice shiny spot, a butt of Cameron Hall. There's a GoPro of that where he literally fell on me and I literally bicycle racked him at Albany during our race. And I was like, bro, did you really want that Dunlop there? It probably didn't feel great. Nope. But I don't think I've legitimately ran over someone. We'll ask Ryder if he's ran over someone. I'm sure through his racing, he's had times where it's like, well, sorry, bro. I got to use you as a speed bump.
Doing sometimes, like if you're going in a fast and they right in front of you, I mean, there's not much you can avoid it.
Yeah. For how bad it actually was like pretty good because he kind of just like wheel tapped him. Like he clutched like over him. So like instead of squishing him like a bug, he just kind of gave him a little love tap. But yeah, so Sexton's got the points lead. That will make things interesting.
Malcolm's crash was crazy. I was not expecting that.
Who's crash?
Why am I just blanking out? I just said it.
Today, Lexi. Who?
Malcolm's.
Oh yeah, Malcolm. Oh man, I felt ARP on line 1 right there. Like
I know, it was just like shake, 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 and then thrown.
Yeah, my back, my body, I felt that at home. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a sore walk.
Yeah,
but hey, comes back for 10th.
Yeah,
so.
He did good in the main.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you okay? What about your boy? What about your boy, the Deegs?
I have to say, I'm not happy with him. I cannot stand his interviews. They make me so mad. Like he's so cocky, and I cannot stand it.
It sounds like your 250 favorite rider is starting to be transitioned out to another rider.
Yes. In the way that he called out.
He was calling Levi out pretty hard.
Yes, I was like, why? There's no need for that. So I really hope in the East-West shootout that Levi absolutely smokes him. So that's my hope right now.
Well, I got one thing going for me still. My hot takes of Levi going undefeated, it's still there because he didn't race. So technically, I didn't lose anything. He could take the East. So besides that, nothing really else going on there for the West Coast. I mean, great racing overall. We'll see who challenges. Like, as Cool Shimoda got the A1 win, everything else like that.
I love
Yeah.
seeing that. Like Brees was up there. He finished 19th in the main.
Yeah, he got
And
murdered.
yeah.
That crash, like, he posted a photo too. There's like blood in his boot and everything. Like, yeah, that I think if you go and rewatch it, it's as he's like getting lapped, because I'm sure he had some other issues, but you like see it like go on as Sexton's like trying to go around him. Like, he gets like straight clobbered by the other rider. I don't remember which rider it was, but it was like right before the triple. You just see like Ryan and then the other guy just like bear tackle each other. I'm like, oh, yeah. So we'll talk more about this. We have Ryder on the line. So let's get Ryder in here. And yeah, let's dive deep on the privateer life in Anaheim 1. Please hold. All right, we got Ryder Fish on. Ryder, how'd you like that throwback?
Dude, the start video, I almost got the whole shot there. Dude, that's a good one.
You're a little late off the gate, but I'm pretty sure you rounded the first corner in front of the whole group without your bike there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's a classic. I was like, oh, I got some deep dive footage I can just like throw in here of
oh yeah, I bet you have
Ryder.
a bunch.
Oh yeah. I thought about going even deeper, but then I was looking at the clock. I'm like, if I really have to deep dive like all this footage, like it's gonna take a while because, well, we've known each other for quite a while. How's it going, Ryder?
Oh, not too bad. Enjoying the weather down here in Cali.
Yeah, it's not raining like up here in the Northwest.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's pretty dry.
Yeah. So take us through kind of how Anaheim 1 went for you. Well, let's rewind a little bit. Like, how did you get started? For those that don't know you, because I'm sure there's some that are like, who is this guy? How'd you get into like racing dirt bikes and then chasing the dream of being a supercross, pro supercross rider?
Well, my dad and brother always raced, and got me a XR50 when I was like probably 3. Then I started racing at the track, and then like going to old hindsight and practicing out in Hillsboro, and then going down to Salem and stuff, doing that stuff. So I kind of always have been in like arena cross, and well, just started racing local all around, and then finally started taking it to like the Amsoil arena cross when I got on like 65s. And so, yeah, I've kind of just gelled with the supercross and arena cross side of racing because I've just always done it. And yeah, it's definitely a different part of motocross.
Right. You're definitely not afraid to send it. I know if anyone wants to do deep dives on riders' Instagrams and Facebook, you're not afraid to send those finish lines, especially as a 65 rider at Amsoil Arena Cross. And as Lexi knows and myself, like those finish lines are not like what you get at Clark County or Hindsight. They're pretty much like the length of the whole stadium.
Yeah, it's like a full supercross finish line, usually like 50 to 70 feet.
Yeah. Were you the reason why they kind of implemented like, hey, don't jump it if you're a small bike?
I don't know. I mean, they were completely fine with it back then, but yeah, I don't know why they implemented that rule these days. It's, I think if they can jump it, they should jump it.
They're like, I don't know, this Ryder Fisher kid on this really like older brand Honda, and then the KTM, like he's sending it. I don't know. He might kill himself. We might have a fatality right before the night show. We should probably tone it down here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I did have the case back in 2016 over it where I shattered both my ankles.
Yeah.
That wasn't too great that was at the Las Vegas finals. That wasn't too great.
Well, are you still feeling that injury?
Yeah, I feel it about every day, but
yeah,
we keep pushing.
At what point did you like put your focus on, all right, I've done arena cross, I've done the local stuff, I want to chase the dream like everyone else? At what point did you want to start like chasing supercross?
Well, pretty much my whole life. I've always watched Supercross, and I've always been like, yeah, I want to be one of those guys. So, just started looking in how to get my points, and they ended up doing the 250 futures, and so we
Okay.
got into that and went and did a couple qualifiers around, then got into the stadiums and started doing those. And within, I think, 3 rounds, I had my points, and actually 2 rounds, I had my points and card of the futures, because you had to get 2 top 10s.
Nice.
How many years have you raced Supercross?
I've been racing Supercross since like 2020 now.
So 5 years? That's
But
pretty
I got my card in late 21
Nice.
or early 22, I think.
So you're starting to get a little seasoned there on the whole supercross format, everything that you need to do to participate in it. How was the off season? How, as a local privateer, like what do you do with like a smaller budget and everything else, like to train for all the steps for racing?
Shoot, just do what you can. I mean, my brother has a full gym at our house that I go in once in a while after work when I have time, and try to hit that as much as I can, the row machine, and that's about it. Hit some weights.
Nice. Yeah, just trying to make all ends meet there. I'm sure, like I said, you know, the grind. I want to do like a financial report of all you privateers, like Spangle, you, Brees, and just tally up what the costs are, just to show like how much it takes for you guys to travel from like race A to B to C. Because I don't think some people really get that emphasis of like how much work it takes to, you know, even get SC1 or, you know, oil and whatnot to be able to participate. I bet it does.
Yeah, it's definitely a struggle, but I got a few really great sponsors that help out a lot. But also, me and my dad pitch in a lot ourselves or we work all week and make it happen.
Yeah.
What's your prep like, and how do you plan what supercrosses you're going to go to and which ones you're not going to?
You know, there's not much prep up in the Northwest going on, and so kind of just rely on how much we get from sponsors and how much we make, and we just go for it.
Awesome.
Just maintaining like West Coast rounds mainly, just kind of how many you can stack up while you're like, you know, in the van cruising.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how we do it.
Nice.
What have you seen that's the most challenging part for you while racing Supercross?
Shoot, just the intensity and racing in those stadiums, being with those top level guys, it's pretty insane. And then all the fans around, like my first race in Seattle, and I got on the line next to everybody. I was like, dude, am I in a video game right now? Like, this is insane.
You went from MX vs ATV reflex to literally racing against people that are in the game.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah. Obviously, experience wise, like this far in Supercross and chasing the dream, like what's been the coolest part, like of lining up against riders? Like, is there any riders that you were looking towards, like, wow, I like always wanted to race against this guy, and like here I am now?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much I bet everybody's answer would be Tomac. I mean, racing against that guy is insane, lining up on the gate with him. But I got other favorites too. I mean, like Jason Anderson's definitely my number one favorite. Then got my buddy Stank Dog over here. He's camped next to us out here at Hemet.
Yeah.
And we've been riding we rode today. And then we had Carnow out here. He's one of my favorites. He's a pretty cool guy. He gave me some tips today and helped out quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like everyone tends to like kind of race in packs nowadays, like for training and whatnot. And also, I'm sure that helps on budgets too. Like, if, you know, you're working together, and then just having someone to chase around to keep that intensity going. The Stink Dog giving you all the heat on the track.
He's giving me a little today, but He injured his thumb a little bit at the first
man.
round, but it's a little sore. But he's going good. He's taking it a little easy today, though.
Yeah. What was the reasoning of racing? I know I think you've done both brand sizes and whatnot. What's the reason of racing the 450 this year versus doing the 250 class?
Well, racing the 450 on Supercross is like a whole different ball game. Like, you really got to respect that thing. Like, just one little twist of the throttle can send you like 5 more feet, and you're gonna be feeling it. And yeah, I've been trying to take it slow and learn that and get the feel for the 450 because, yeah, you definitely got to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much torque on these bikes and whatnot. I'm sure just a little bit of a blip, and you're like, all right, well, we're gonna oversend that triple. I mean, bummer for Evan Ferry. I don't know if you saw, he blew his Achilles out, just like barely doing anything. So I don't know why that's
like
the
Tomac
trend.
did.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the trend lately of blowing Achilles out, but that seems to be the current like injury of 2024 and 2025. Take us through your day at Anaheim 1. How was it? How was the track? Did you feel comfortable? It looked hard to pass and like get a good time in.
Yeah, that was quite the problem. But just woke up, went and picked up my helmet graphics from one of the teams that Fusion sent down for me, and put those on, and then went and did track walk. Then just went back, got ready for my moto. Privateer Paddock helped me out this weekend. Let me pit under their tent, which was pretty cool. Hooked me up with a bunch of goodies. But yeah, just went out for practice, and I was in 450C, and we're like the last practice before they touch the track at all with any tractors or do any maintenance.
Yeah.
So the track's pretty hammered by the time I get out there. So it was a little sketchy, being I haven't been on like a legit Supercross track since Denver of last year. So it was a little rough, but I'm getting the feel for it every lap and getting better.
Yeah, it looked like to me, and I wish they would show in Race Day Live, they've kind of changed the format, so I didn't get to see 450C because they kind of cut you guys out, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I like seeing everyone. What part of the track were you feeling like, okay, I can throw in a burner lap like in this section, like I feel really good here? What was giving you like the best areas on the track, and what was giving you the most fits?
Just about all of it was giving me fits. I couldn't get a flow for the day. I was so tense, and the jitters were going. I mean, A1 was just getting to me.
Yeah, well, we saw what happened to the Deegs and then Lawrence.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys could all relate on certain things, like, yeah, Anaheim 1 probably didn't feel the best for us. Looking forward to San Diego.
Did you have any moments that were like super sketchy that you could just bring up on top of your head?
Not really. I went through the day pretty smooth. I didn't have any close calls. I did come up a little short on the triple like the second time I hit it, but it wasn't nothing too bad.
Good.
Jeez.
That's always scary when you're like in the air, like, am I gonna hit it? Am I gonna hit it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
We've seen that at Woodland.
Yes. How do you control your emotions on the gate and getting through practice?
I don't know. It's pretty hard. You just gotta breathe like every other thing. You just gotta take deep breaths and just take it in.
Are you the type of music person that, like, you know how Levi usually will throw something on right before the beginning of like his events and whatnot? Like, do you kind of have like a routine that you do to kind of calm your nerves, stretching or anything like that like our amateur riders could like try to like get ready and prep for the future?
Not really. I just kind of put my mind on the track, think about my laps and what to do. And then before I get on the bike, I do like 20, 30 jumping jacks, get the blood flowing, and then head up to the line.
Nice. All right. Well, we knocked out a few of our other questions. I got some rapid fires. One of my biggest questions, Ryder, because you tend to throw the bike sideways a lot. Like, how do you do it? How do you throw the whip?
I mean, you've seen me throughout my career. I mean, I've been trying to do whips since I was on 65s, tossing the camera. I've just always thought it was cool, and I've always just wanted to have the style.
Yeah, but when I try it, I'm the typical meme where my butt's like all the way out there, but the bike's not doing anything. And then you're like showing the drain bolts and all this. I'm just like, how does he do it?
That question a lot. I tell everybody it's just practice. You gotta just, as soon as you start getting the bike out a little sideways, just keep going for it over and over, and eventually it'll get farther and farther out.
What tracks in the PNW do you find most useful to training, and your favorite ones around here?
Definitely Washougal is a top favorite. Like, no, nothing can beat that track. But Mountain View is one of my second favorites. They got some fun big jumps to do. Pat's Acres is really good to train on. They got good dirt and deep ruts, and the track gets really rough. Albany's pretty fun, I guess. It's not too bad.
I don't know if you heard, I'm trying to challenge Lexi at a race at Albany. I feel I have the upper hand. I'm down $5 in this bet so far.
Yeah.
Because they a lot of people just are like, yeah, well, Lexi's got the youth on her side. She's really fast, and I guess Chris.
I think the only thing you have on me is I've never ridden Albany. That's like a track.
Yeah, that's my thing. Rapid fire questions for you, Ryder. Favorite rider to train with? Oh, bye.
Bye.
We'll get him back. The generator kicked off. We'll see if he'll get back in here. He wanted to dodge that question. Stink Dog put him in a headlock.
You better
get him back. Yeah, it looked like his internet went down. There he is.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I was joking that the generator just died on you, so the power went out on the iPhone.
No, the service is kind of back and forth out here. We're out in the hills a little bit.
Right. Rapid fire questions for you. Favorite rider to train with, and you don't have to say Stink Dog if he's got a gun loaded on your head right now.
I mean, he's pretty fun to train with, but definitely when Peebo's around, Preston Baseflug, I like to train with him. He's my best friend.
Yeah, and, he's over in Germany right now.
Yeah, he's killing it over there. He got taken out the other night though by somebody. I don't know his name, but he got slammed pretty hard. It was a little rough night, but yeah, when he's around, I like to ride with him because it's really fun, and yeah, we've just been buddies forever.
Nice.
Did you go to Loretta's as an amateur, building your way up?
No, I qualified on 50s one time, but tore my knee, or my growth plate in my knee at PIR like a few weeks before we were supposed to go. Yeah, and so we ended up not going. My dad actually qualified that year too, so we were planning both going, but ended up not. But yeah.
That's all right. Not everyone, like the new trend, and not that Loretta's isn't important. Like, I'm sure it holds its place, but like you can, like how you do it, and other riders have done it. Like, you can go through Futures and Mammoth and like get yourself seen multiple ways. And then, like you were talking about Carnell, like he's figured out a way of like supporting his program just by doing social media and all the stuff that he does. So
yeah,
there's that pros and cons of like Loretta's.
Yeah, you definitely, if you're going there to win, it's definitely like, if you're going there and for sure winning, it's definitely like a good place to go. But if you're top, back in the 15th to 30 or 40th, it's it's a lot of money to spend.
I like that
and you're not going to get noticed that much.
Yeah, I like how you have that realistic approach. That's something I do like try to talk about in our podcast and whatnot. It's like, guys, if you're not like smoking everyone in your regional, like, let's be realistic. Are you really wanting to spend that much money to go get 40th? Like, is it really going to make a difference? Like, if you barely qualified in 4th and you just got lucky, like, do you really want to sell the house and all that to try to make it happen, especially in like the 50 class?
Yeah,
it
definitely.
Is a lot of money.
Yeah, it's definitely over 10 grand every time, no matter what. Like, yeah. I mean, if you got the money and want to go for it, go for it. No, like, it's a cool place, and I've heard like amazing stories about it.
Yeah, experience is the pro on that part.
I
couple
want
of
to go
questions.
one day just to like check it out.
We'll do it.
Maybe go take some photos.
You're getting
and
close
video.
to the vet classes, not to age you at all, but you could probably do like 25 plus or any of those.
Yeah.
I'm already in the 30 plus class. Favorite on the go meal? I'm gonna have some strange questions at the end here for you.
That's a good one. What do you mean, like on the go? Just like on the road?
Yeah, just on the go, on the road. Are you like just like drifting in the Taco Bell to get the beefy 5-layer?
We'll hit those once in a while if we're trying to keep the low budget, but try not to as much as I can. I usually go for like healthier stuff, or we get stuff from the store, make it, grill up some stuff. I'm actually going to grill up some chicken and stuff after this is over.
So
Eat
we
some
got
dinner.
chicken on the list. Chicken and rice. That's what Ryan Brees always tells me.
Oh, yeah.
What is the sketchiest moment you've had on a Supercross track?
I think it was the year I did Futures at A2. I was tripling through this rhythm section, and I hit cross-rutted in like the third triple in, and I went off to the side of the track and like landed straight on top of the tough blocks, but like I somehow rode like off of them and saved it. And then like rode around the berm. But yeah, that was definitely probably the sketchiest moment I've ever had.
You're like Ricky Bobby. Thank you, baby Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have one thing that I want to tease you a little bit about, because I remember the Mitch Payton story with the whole smash radiator thing and showing up and racing. Like, take us through that whole scenario of you racing like with pretty much one radiator on your Cowie.
It would just, run what you got. We were down at AZ Open. Me and my buddies took a trip down there to race, and on our way back we went into the dunes, or not the dunes, but like the desert, and I was trying to keep up with my off-road buddy out in the desert, and I hit a rock and kind of tucked it and bent my radiator up, but she is still intact, working.
Oh man, I just loved when you guys are talking about it, and it's just like stops and looks. He's like, dude, here, come to the trailer. I will help you.
Yeah. And in Denver, they hooked me up with my bike actually stopped running in like the first qualifier, and they hooked me up with a whole new motor, PC motor, because like about 20 minutes before my next qualifier, and got a whole new PC motor in my bike. So Mitch and PC Kawasaki are really cool.
You're just like, oh, so this is what it feels like to ride Levi's bike.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That thing has some torque.
All right, Ryder. For anyone that wants to follow you in your journey, are you doing San Diego? I should probably ask that.
Heading down there. Probably Thursday evening.
Nice.
Gonna camp overnight and then hit Tech Friday, do sound test, and get ready for Saturday. Eat some pasta.
For anyone that wants to follow your journey and whatnot, where are the best places for people to follow you?
Just on Instagram, RyderFisher207, and then my Facebook, Ryder Fisher. You can give me a friend on there.
Nice.
And that's about it. I don't do much YouTube yet or TikTok. But
I feel like if you do a vlog series, especially with Stink Dog, you're probably gonna get some great quality hits and likes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I might.
Maybe propose this idea off camera when we're done here, and be like, "Hey, Stink, we gotta do like the vlog stuff. We see everyone else doing it. We could have we could have the Stink and Fisher show."
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'm about it.
All right. Well, thank you, Ryder, for joining us tonight. We got a lot of viewers on, and we're all cheering you up here in the Pacific Northwest, and good luck in San Diego.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you guys stay a little warm up there. Not too cold.
Yeah, it's like 40 degrees, but we'll be all right. All right, Ryder. Good luck at San Diego, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right, that's Ryder Fisher. He's been around for quite a while. Awesome dude and friend of myself and the show and everything. Then he's gonna go cook up some chicken in the back of the van. Literally, like living the van life. Wonder if there's a river down by him.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, we'll have to get Stink Dog on here too. Fun fact, Lexi, Stink Dog and I go back quite a while too. I've got some throwback footage of him racing Clark County Arena Cross when that was happening, and bar banging with Brandon Kalberg and all the other stuff. He did Arena Cross for a while, and yeah, Jared Stanky, always a fun interview to have. So I'll try to bug him throughout the year. So far, we're 2 for 2 on pro riders. So yeah, we'll have to get Spangle on. I know him and Brandon Kalberg were down there for Supercross, so it'd be cool to get their takes on everything. And yeah, that's pretty much what we got going there. Lexi, we got to talk about Woodland. You were there, you were doing some stuff. People were like, who is this girl? You're over here grabbing the whole shot, looking fly. Take us through Woodland, how it was for you riding the new bike.
So we decided to show up to Woodland last minute. I had like 3 different places I was debating on, and I was like, Dad, we might as well go get some gate drops in. So we decided that we were going to Woodland, and I knew, like, I saw that you were going, but I wasn't positive that you were going. So it was really cool to show up, and I was like, Dad, we can just park right behind him. He won't care. So we parked right behind you, and for practice, I've only been on the Horn big track once for jumping, and it was just constantly trying to get my timing back with like jumps and knowing how far to go or when to start going. And so I was kind of nervous to show up to Woodland, but I clicked pretty fast unpracticed, and it was cool going there because nobody knew who I was because I had my coat on and a husky with number 7 on it, and everyone's
Come
like,
over here like the people of Woodland don't even know what's gonna happen. Evil.
I went 2 for 2 on my whole shots, which I was really proud about because I think it's just more of a mind game with the whole shot device. But I was just like, okay, well, I just got my launch mode and I'll just go. So I got 2 whole shots. I won my first moto, and the second moto, I got the whole shot. And on the very last lap, a lapper crashed in the rut beside me and crashed into mine. So I did a little swerve move, and that turned into stalling my bikes. And 2 girls got past me, and I put a boogie on it, and I got past one of them, and unfortunately didn't get past the other. But it was a really cool battle, and I'm going back for revenge really soon.
Yeah, so that put you, what, 2nd overall?
Yeah.
That's all right. You're going to get a lot of seconds this year, especially at the showdown when I smoke you.
I'm not sure about that one.
She's like, shut your mouth, boy.
Yep.
Well, here's a little bit of video that I got of you. I tried to keep it quiet on this one. I was kind of fangirling on the other one, but hey, got 2,000 views. I mean, you got to cheer for Lexi. Here's a little bit of recap of you, because I know you're on the bike. You can't really see yourself third person, but here's a couple. Here's some 30 seconds of you racing. Yeah, there you go. Did you feel the number 12 was literally on your back fender for that first moto?
Yes, I did feel her, and we found, I think I was just like not confident in like all like the jumps that she was doing. But the second moto, I did gap her a lot more than I did the first moto, which I was really proud about until, I messed it up. But it was
all right, Sexton. Okay.
It was my first actual race besides the Pacific or Moto Pacific round that I just kind of tootled around to get points. But it was my first race back in 7 months, so I was really happy about that. But other than that, I felt good. And I think the next one's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, Woodland alternates. If you're going back, yeah, you got that one. I need to fill out my schedule. I was gonna do it today, and then my town decided, yeah, we're just gonna cut your internet off and work on stuff. And I'm like, oh, cool. I guess I'll just go to sleep then. So I'm gonna try to do my schedule for 2025 and post that on my website, gatedropproductions.com. Yeah. We do have WHR Arena Cross coming up this Saturday. So if you want to do some barn racing, I'll be there. I'll be doing reels. Yeah, if you want to go, just saying, just show up.
Will unfortunately not be there.
Oh, whatever.
Got Horn training with BK.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of have that open house thing with JMC, which, by the way, plug JMC, open house this weekend. So if you're going over the Horn Rapids,
8 to 4.
stop by JMC. Go get your autographs from Lexi. I'm sure she'll have her own like display, cardboard cutout. She'll have like the bike there. She'll have posters. What's your theme song? If you had to have a theme song for Lexi Y, what is your theme song that you're just walking out to? Like, let's say a Supercross opening ceremonies. What's your song?
Well, it kind of alternates all the time. Last year, like before every single race, it was "I Want to Be a Baller." Like that song would play in my head constantly wherever I. But I don't know. What would it be?
I'm making you an opening ceremony video. I want to be a baller. Slow motion walk. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I always say, like, if I'm having a good race, I'll be like on the gate, just being like, "I want to be a baller," and that's.
We don't have any like Baby Shark do.
Nah. None of those.
That's all right. Yeah, I got too many songs in my head. I might be a psycho. Why is there always music playing? Which tab is the music on? We don't know. But have you got your graphics figured out? Are they all complete? How much pink is in there? How much sparkle dust is in there? Are you gonna cause airplanes to like see this like reflection? Are you gonna cause some problems with it?
Well, I just actually started to fill out like what I want on them, and just trying to figure out like where I want where. And this year, I think I'm gonna have pink with the husky blue.
Okay.
Somehow mixing that. Not exactly sure how, but we're gonna have some great ideas to come up. Because I just can't be the same as everybody else. that just is like my biggest pet peeve. If I'm gonna be racing, it's not gonna be the same as everybody else.
We're like two peas in a pod. I'm the same way. I always try to make my bike look certain ways. I would always wear different gear. But the JMC Gate Drop group, which I know you're on a different program slightly. You're still part of our thing, but yeah, we've got matching gear, matching bikes. I know you'll stick out like a sore thumb under the canopy, but it's okay.
I just need to have like my fame. Like that's just like me under the spotlight has to be different.
I know. I have to get your own canopy. You got to get the backdrop. I'll put the clock out for the autograph signings. I know. I got to get the velvet rope. Okay, Lexi.
No one can be on my rug. Nobody can touch my bike.
We see how it goes.
Yes,
But yeah. For some reason, I thought you drove like a Toyota Tacoma, and then you like showed up in this big lifted truck, and you made my van look like you made my van look like this size,
I have my pretty little truck. Well, she's not little, but his name is Leonard, and my husky, his name is Larry now.
So Leonard and Larry. Okay.
And my KTM was Leroy, so I have Leroy, Leonard, and Larry. The 3 L's plus Lexi, because all of them have to be the same.
Yeah. Well, we figured.
I am very picky on my bikes and my trucks and all that have to be named.
I don't think I've named anything.
Really?
Well, I've called them things like Money Pit. I don't like you. Why you do this to me? You're terrible.
I always had to write them one time, and after that one time, like I bonded with them enough that I can just be like, oh yeah, this is this. Like my 125 was Brad. My super minis was Chad and Lad. The pit bike is Tad, and then I have Leroy, Leonard, and Larry.
My Jeep Liberty was Eternal Debt.
No?
Yeah. What do you look forward to with Horn Rapids, training with Brandon and everything going on over there?
Well, I'm super excited to work with Brandon, and I don't want to stick with one trainer yet, and I want to go work with Mike and Sean and see all the different ones and have my eyes open for one that really clicks. So I'm really excited to train with him. I talked to him a little bit, and it should be a lot of fun.
Nice. One thing I do want to shout out, I know we had Evan Terlecki on earlier in the program this year. His dad had a really gnarly crash at Paula this week, so thoughts and prayers out to his dad, Ryan. We're all thinking about, hopefully you're doing well. I don't know the exact circumstances, but yeah, Terlecki took a tough one down there. I know Graham Huffman got hurt down there as well. Just keep it safe out there. And not sure what quite happened. Terlecki is really good, so it had to be a gnarly crash for him to get injured on.
Yeah.
So just wanted to throw that out there as a side note. Thanking you guys, and hopefully everything's all well. Good show. Grind my gear segment. Let's do that because I have something. It's a classic one, but I have valid reasons. I'm sorry that I'm gonna complain a little bit, but come on, man. So here comes Grind My Gears.
No.
All right, everyone likes my hot takes and my moments of venting. Sorry. Sure, Lexi's got her moments. I got two. It's media related as usual. I don't like being this guy, but I like being honest because it does grind my gears because I put a lot of time and effort and put thousands of dollars of equipment and work and whatnot. Please stop stealing my photos. It's not that expensive to purchase it and download it and post it. When you steal my photos, that makes me eat cottage cheese for dinner versus a baked potato. It costs money for me to get places from point A to point B. I would really respect you to stop stealing my photos. Please teach your kids, stop stealing photos. It's a job. And if you want us to be out there media wise, it goes a long ways just purchasing one photo, honestly. It does.
Yeah.
My camera is literally $2,400. So that doesn't come out of nowhere. I tried to insert the likes and the tags and whatnot into the ATM. It doesn't work. So please, I'm just asking you nicely on a serious note, please don't steal. It makes it incredibly hard for all of us media people, and I will be the front man for all of my media people. It just discourages me on even taking your photos in the future because I know you're just going to take them in the first place and you're not going to support me. So what's the point of me wasting hours at the track and wasting time at home when I could be hanging out with people, playing with the dog, doing other things, and just to get ripped off? It's not fun. It's pretty much the same thing as going into the grocery store and snagging the Snickers bar and just walking out the door. It's not fair. So that's one of my rants. Also, this is more on my media. Now I'm going to turn the tables and call out my media people. Sorry, but I don't like being asked, hey, media guy, who else was out there taking photos? If you're not branding yourself, that's on you. And I'm not going to tell you who was out there because it's kind of a slap in the face to us media people that do brand ourselves when you're asking, hey, who else was out there? That it really makes it sound like, well, I don't care about your stuff, but I want to know who that guy is so I can go support that person. If you're not branding yourself, I don't want to give free advertising out of like, oh, this person was there, just because you're not putting in the work, you're not branding yourself, you're not advertising. It seems like you don't care, and that just like, if you don't care, I don't care. I'm sorry. That's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like that. So those are my two hot grind my gears. They do really grind my gears, just like that Kawasaki blowing up. But yeah, it's just don't do that. Be better. And if you want to be serious in the media department, I'm happy to help you and give you ideas and whatnot to brand yourself. If you want to take it serious, you can be successful in media. It comes with the territories, but like if you're not branding yourselves, and also tracks majority of the tracks like required you to wear your bright colors and whatnot. I'm not sure why we're getting a little lax here in certain places, but like safety efforts, I'm like, why are we not wearing our colors? If we're not seen out there, that is a huge safety factor. So not sure why that is. I know that's in a different department there, but yeah, if you want to make income, brand yourself and quit asking media guy A, B, and C who else was out there. It's just a slap in the face to us media guys that are putting in the work, especially with me on a broken foot, trying to pay my health and medical bills. And you're saying, well, I want to know who that guy is versus you. Just come on, man.
Yeah.
All right, I exhaled. Oh, and I'll make a funny one here. I'll change it a little bit. Shopping etiquette, man. Customers, do you just like park your car in the middle of the freaking road and just get out and walk away? When you do that with your shopping cart on the aisle, like, bro, I'm trying to get to my can of soup so I can afford to eat. Move your damn cart if you're not getting the product in front of it. Like, I'm gonna take your cart and ghost ride it down the aisle and be like, sucks to suck. There goes all your Brussels sprouts all over the floor.
Too much.
Sorry. I'm hot tonight. Anything grind your gears, Lexi? Our audience is like doing this.
The only thing that's grinding my gears is the daylight savings. I don't understand why it needs to be so dark so early. Like, I could have a whole entire, 4 more hours of daylight that I just really need, and I hate it.
Well, just turn your truck on with your lights and everything, and you'll just glow the entire city.
Well, my headlights are really bad, though, so I do need to get new headlights, or I just need to put the little square light things I had to put in. But the inside of my truck is glowing, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
It's all right, Lexi. You just light up everyone's world, including your own. I can't see.
Yeah. Well, that's what my dad was complaining about. He was driving my truck on the way to Woodland. He's like, "You turn the lights off. I can't see." I was like, "Okay, whatever." And then today he got a little surgery, and he had to get put out, and I had to take him home. And he was like, "Lexi, why aren't the lights on? Turn the lights on, Lexi. Turn the lights on." And then claims to find out he didn't even remember me taking him home. So
those are some good drugs.
Yeah, I put the lights on for him though. I think he felt really special for that one.
When you flip on your rainbow lights, does the Rainbow Road music from Mario Kart go on? Does it go dee, 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 dee?
But I think that I want to be a baller just starts playing, like on replay.
All right. Well, we're pretty much done. We're just rambling. We made 53 minutes. For anyone that wants to follow us, and we'll be back to talk about San Diego, and I'll reach out to a couple more riders. Maybe we'll just do the pro segment here for the next couple episodes. We'll see if we can get Spangle and Kalberg. Oh, we could recap with Kalberg next week.
Yeah.
That'll give us some topics. Where I need to improve, what he saw out of you. Do I have a chance? Am I going to go down $6 in this bet now? So, all right, Lexi, for anyone that wants to follow you on social media, especially Instagram, where do they follow you, baller?
le.xi_y7. And
right.
Facebook is just Lexi Y.
Sweet. At @GateDrop_pro. Yeah, my next watermark is literally gonna have that right in the middle of it too. So yeah, don't tempt me with a good time. I just, I'm sorry that I had to get I literally had to be like this guy. I don't. I get angry, man.
Hey, you have You can feel angry. It's okay.
Yeah, I got it. We'll be at WHR Arena Cross, by the way. If you want Instagram reels, sign up. But yeah, memberships, Gate Drop memberships, doing stuff different this year with sponsorships and whatnot. So if you want to save money, make sure to follow me and check out what I have to offer. Final week to get your calendars included in your gold or silver memberships. And then you get swag as well, and then discounts for the entire season because media is expensive. And I try
and
to
the
make
calendars are amazing.
make it
So
better
make
for
sure
you.
you go get your calendar.
Yeah, there's still time. Fill it out. I got to fill my schedule out. Besides Horn Rapids, anything else on the list of agendas this week for you?
Not
Just hitting
this
the
week.
gym, walking
In
in.
the gym.
Father.
Yeah, probably hitting the gym, hanging out with friends, and riding my dirt bike. Oh, and then the JMC. JMC open house this Saturday.
All right,
8
get
to
your
4.
get your autographs. Buckley, I believe it's the following weekend. WoodlandMX.com has all that information. Yeah, and I gotta see if I'm even going. So yeah, surprisingly the weather was kind of but yeah,
Yeah.
it could have been worse. So
Could have been.
yeah. All right. That's the show.
Awesome.
Episode 37. Thank you, Ryder Fisher, for coming on. Motorsport Hillsboro Privateer. Boom. Ryder Fisher. Yeah, that's a wrap. We will see you next